getting delayed tonight, so you guys should be able to see me. You guys have already used this guy before, so you should be able to see me. Red, orange, and yellow guy. I'll make the joke again. I probably did it 2 years ago too. I'm the hottest thing inside the frame right now, everybody. Yes, it works every time. So we're looking for those cold spots, just like Jamie said. So those cold spots are going to be blue and black. I want them to either take shape or to start moving on their own. So again, there's always going to be cold spots in here because glass is going to be way colder than our ambient temperature, which is about 77 degrees for us tonight, just so you guys have that idea. So with this, I'm going to have Jamie try to keep somebody in view at all times, just so that we have that point of reference, because this camera is going to be going over to you, sir. So you're going to handle this guy right-handed. This is your start and stop button. I'm going to stop the intro, just so everybody kind of knows how to watch it. Stay clear of them all together. We're going to stay within the confines of these walls. I'll do 1 or 2 round robins to see what's happening, and we'll kind of get this party started.
I can push the button.
Hit the button. Let's do it.
Woo! What question? I don't know that she lost it. All right,
Just ask questions.
Hear that?
Oh man, I can't understand.
How, where, which.
Okay, I understand.
We'll hear it. Just keep asking questions.
Okay, so what happened to the mansion?
Talk to the ghost itself.
Oh, Eliza, what happened to the mansion? What was going on? What kind of tragedy happened to the mansion?
You getting any readings?
All right,
Let's keep moving.
walking. Let me know when it's spiked. What happened to the mansion, Eliza?
Let's go over here by this one.
Using random radio stations that have certain...
You gotta keep watching your meter. Ask.
Eliza, what happened to the mansion? What kind of tragedy happened? Did you die in the mansion?
No, you can't say yes or no questions.
Sorry. What happened to the mansion, Eliza?
What happened to you, Eliza?
Eliza? What happened?
What happened?
Ask a different question.
Oh, okay.
Not a yes or no.
Not a yes or no.
You asked one.
What would you ask?
What are the questions he said to ask?
He just said to ask what happened to the mansion. What color was the mansion?
You don't know what color the mansion was?
No, what color was the mansion?
Charles, are you here? If you're here, what happened to the mansion?
Yes or no question.
I heard something about it burnt. I thought it said it burnt.
Charles, Eliza, we're wanting to know what happened to the mansion.
You said for wonder, that wasn't even a question.
Is it still 8-6?
No, it only does it for a blink, but it still means it's there.
Okay, keep watching. Let's go over here a little bit closer.
Hey, Liza. This is my son, Connor. And we're wanting to know what happened to the mansion. We're here out of respect, and we are visiting you. And we would like to know what happened.
What happened to you, or what happened to the mansion? Let's let Connor lead us.
16.5.
Okay, hi, Liza. What happened to the mansion?
3 no. 18. No, just kidding. No. What was the number I said? That was really big.
16.5?
Oh.
Okay, well, we are here out of respect, and we are visiting from Tennessee, and we would like to know what happened to the mansion.
My latecomer family has pre-booked with me. Thank you.
16.5.
So you had 6. Oh, you had 16.5. Beautiful.
I have trouble understanding.
Yeah, it's not easy. That's why you
I
got
thought I heard fire.
Okay.
I thought
What were you asking?
she said what happened to the mansion.
Understand. I just heard
I
that.
did hear understand.
So that means you did understand? Or
It
not?
was a fire. You're absolutely correct.
Understood.
So hopefully you guys get
It
the
just said
when did
fire
that happen?
again.
What's that?
It just said fire again.
I missed it because I was talking. So now ask, when did it happen?
Oh,
And that's
Lord.
actually giving you a little too much. Let me scale it back just a hair, because you shouldn't have so much coming through. It should be in small bursts.
So they just like taking random audio from radio stations, just putting the word they said there.
So it's trying to, just think of this thing as Bumblebee from Transformers. He's using the radio to talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how I look at this. It's the easiest explanation I have. There we go. Small little bursts. It shouldn't be a constant. It's just so weird that it's really going back and forth. It should not be that constant.
What was that?
That was a hello.
Yes.
That was
I
not
heard that.
radio.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Exactly.
What's
And
hi?
again, hi wouldn't be a 1700s term.
Right.
Hello would be.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Now it's not going to give you anything because they turned it down. There we go. So again, it's sensitive to where the frequencies are coming from. Like basically, and I usually tell people keep the antenna in because you don't want to give it too much. Like where you're just hearing one radio station. But yeah, that hello was weird.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool stuff. Like this is me excited, everybody. That
Yes.
was a good one.
Hello.
I know. So I'll be writing down the hello that came out of there, but you are going to take the fire. So hopefully somebody else has 2 or 3 numbers from the date, and maybe you can pick 1 or 2 up too.
Okay.
Keep listening.
Okay.
Eliza, what year did the fire happen?
What year did the fire happen?
Follow us over here.
Hello.
Let's walk to your garden. Tell us.
Eliza.
Or Charles, tell us what year did the fire happen to the mansion?
It must have been a beautiful mansion. What year did the fire happen?
Got specified.
What year did the fire happen to the mansion? What month? What month?
Aubrey. Just guess.
Here, Connor, you keep leading us around where you get spikes.
Eliza. My son Connor would like to know what year the fire burnt the mansion down.
Wait, what'd she say? What did you say?
I thought she said 40, but I don't know.
Why are you going over there? Stay away from the other people. I feel like there's some sort of energy back here.
Okay.
Oh, you feel it?
Yeah.
We come to you out of respect, and we wanted to hear more about the mansion fire.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, tell us more about
A direct
about it.
A direct question.
You can talk to us. We're safe.
What year did that happen?
First.
Probably just something first. Maybe.
If you're here, Eliza, we know the mansion caught fire. How did it catch fire? There's really dark, cold spots, like right over here. Like right here. Here, stand right here.
Liza, Charles, this is a box that you can use to talk with us. Please use it and let us know how the fire started in the mansion.
Eliza, can you talk to Rochelle and tell her about the fire? Anything you remember?
Specific question.
All right, kids. So what are we hearing now?
Well, they keep it doing specific questions. It's just gonna
Nothing.
It's gonna confuse
No,
it.
I had thought maybe
You keep
I heard
making it
40,
confused.
but that's all right.
40.
Okay, I'll write down
Well, you
40.
said first, right?
You said
Something the first.
Yeah, I thought it said first.
So maybe
First.
first.
I don't know
day.
what
You
first
think you heard
means.
40.
I didn't hear
First and
nothing.
40. And anything higher than that 16.5 that you gave me earlier?
No, it's like 8 or 10 at some point.
Okay, I'll take an 8. 10. What question were you asking with the first? Would it have correlated with the question you were asking?
I said, like, when did the fire
You're saying tell us
occur?
more about the fire.
Okay.
I know that
how the
doesn't.
fire was started.
That's
That's a good question, too. That is a good question. I don't know that they would have known that.
I feel like it'd be too specific questions.
I know how it started. I don't know that they. It's very interesting. They might have. Based on that, actually, the fire actually occurred much later after Elijah's death. We're talking like 70 years, like much later. So it was just still in the family. So it's just a great, easy question to ask, especially when there's something as specific as a date to go along with it. So it's just a great set. And we get the word fire here all the time when you ask, especially when it comes up. So it's exciting that you can have it because we haven't seen it in quite a while.
And talk to me about the
Just like you're talking to me right now. Just like you are right
I
now.
think what she said.
Said what?
Soup.
Oh, soup. Good morning. Hey, no. She makes like soup. She's British. Who knows?
Hey, you like soup?
Would have been probably called broth in her day.
I mean, what food you like?
Soup.
All right, I think
like
it's time to rein us all in because it's
Okay.
starting to almost overhear things. I think she's like really, really moving. So I want to kind of put a halt on that to kind of show her how all of these pieces
Okay.
so I think we're actually in a good spot over here. So we'll just kind of bring everybody over here. All right, guys, let's rein it in. Let's see what we got.
For me to mute.
Yeah, let's get you on mute.
I'll stop
You
the
got- yep.
camera.
Right to left.
I'm not really picking up on anything. I
Okay.
mean,
That's
I
okay.
feel like I hear radio chatter mostly.
And that's what she wanted to tell me.
Oh.
So just like I told
Okay.
Mike. So if you hear somebody
Is yours
searching
on?
Toyota,
Yeah.
your Toyota commercial.
Okay.
I'm like, buy it today for $14.95 or whatever it is. $14.95 might be relevant to where we're at.
Okay.
Kind of see where I'm going with that?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
again, Bumblebee from Transformers.
Yeah.
Michelle, you're next. What'd you guys hear?
I just turned it on. I'm sorry.
You're fired.
I know.
It's alright, we're gonna get you back on mute.
Oh.
Where's our so give me the last two or three
The
things that
base
showed
is
up
now
on there.
8A.
That's right.
Okay. Jeff, you got anything going on there? I'm only gonna take the DR because that makes complete sense here.
Doctor.
I do like the DR, but you're gonna be looking for the letters RI in here specifically. So go ahead and do a hard reset with that dial at the top. And the RI should be in order, not IR. That'll make a lot of sense here in just a minute. Alright, so remember, Connor, you're looking for 8 and above. Cameras, just make sure any other team. We just kind of set the C's. I will stop talking and let them pass it over. So you guys know that you guys will hold your hands to the ground. We all understand that we're trying not to make people feel uncomfortable and it might be some bad news. Who knows? You might see footsteps on the ground and sound like maybe they're on the camera being on more than they can on the brakes. Now, welcome to Philadelphia Alley. This used to be called Duelers Alley. Every ghost tour comes down here. I've been trying to take this location out of my route for years, but this guy doesn't leave me alone. He follows me to the next location, and he also shows up at my new last location. You guys understand. So the last location is also a place. It's a place of range of motion that's really close nearby. Like it's only like about 3 miles away. Like not far at all. Anyway, we're all telling the same story. I'm gonna give you a few extra details. Again, we're just here to kind of stir things up, and we're gonna get out of it. And again, it gets very warm down here, especially during these months. So here's how this goes. The doctor goes down here, which is exactly why I am very excited about his VR that showed up. So the doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. That's why he's looking for RI on his onboard device. So the doctor's name is his full name. Oh, by the way, that's just Remy. We're in his house, so it was a that'll be fine. Never had him come through any of this yet. Remy. Gratitude. He's got a harness on. I take him to walk. But anyway, doctor's name is Dr. Joseph Brown Black. He comes down here to Charleston to prove that he's not after her, and he is on his way to town. Got another tour coming through. I don't know how far down he's going to go. He's going to go past this. He usually does, so that's usually going to stop. Sorry, you get to know like the other tour guides. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of friends in this industry, but every once in a while you see one that I recognize. But anyway, back to Dr. Light. On his way into town, he had a coachman that set him up to be robbed and killed. It's kind of like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world. So basically somebody was walking by and he's like, I'm telling lies. It's still pretty vague, but I get it. I see where you're going with it. somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen to the doctor because he knew the coachman. Somebody walking by was named Ralph Isaacs. Do those initials sound familiar, Jeff? R.I.? It's exactly why I bought that device that's in his hand. I was getting R.I. on regular spirit boxes, like somebody spelling the word victorious, where the R.I. is consecutive, and I didn't know where it was, relative. So I bought that device. We've had it about half a dozen times in the past year when I bring up Ralph's name only, nothing in relation to Rhode Island. Anyway, we've got another tour coming through, so we're going to take a quick little commercial break, and we're going to let them pass through. I know, right? It's just this alley. Oh, you're good, you're good. How are you? You're good. How are you? You're good.
I don't know. We'll have to see. No, you didn't.
I told Cynthia about it. She read it.
All right, so where was I?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, so Ralph, let's get back to him. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. Coach me. He's going to try to kill you. So why don't you come with me? I got friends at 59 Church Street. You can rent a room from them. You'll be safe and good to go. The doctor came up on the offer. They became friends. Now, the longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. Proving his point. Not after making the money. Making his own. New medical practice. She gets wind of this, and she's moving down so they can be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. Here's why I hate the story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit in the future is going to have a cliche whistling ghost. You guys all just saw it right here, right? So this is why I don't like the story. Again, it's a giant cliche. But the guy follows me around, and you have to remember, this guy's story's been told to like 40 to 50 times now. And I'm the only one that actually can communicate back. I have all the gear. Actually, you have all the gear right now. Let's talk about why we're in Dueler's Alley, and we're talking about Dr. Ladd. Now, Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He makes more money. He gets better seats. That's how it goes. So on the way home, they go see Richard III one night, and they're arguing on the way home about the actress they just saw. Dr. Ladd thought she was great, and Ralph didn't. It turned into an argument where Ralph is now insulting the doctor's fiance, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly between the two gentlemen, and they went their separate ways. So Ralph has friends around town, especially at the newspaper, and he goes to place an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of shit. Doc saw the ad, but rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley, man. Let's settle it. Somebody's gonna die over an actress argument. I just want to point that out. I know it ended with him insulting the fiance, but you get the point. It's just a dumb argument. So they came down here, they took the back-to-back, took 10 paces away from each other, they turn, Doc points his gun in the air and shoots his one shot into the air. He did not want to kill his friend. He just needed the courage to show up. However, Ralph has his one bullet, puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. He didn't die either. Doc fell to the ground, and Ralph proved his point. He's not willing to forgive, he's still pissed off. But Doc's friends took him home from 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later, November 2nd of 1786, after refusing medical treatment. I'm going to point out two things. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds, a lot different then than they are now. Okay, so he's also a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself, but obviously he failed. Every ghost that comes down here, which is all 300 of us, we all come here, we all probably get to listen to the whistles. We have 3 cameras running audio plus my voice recorder. If we're going to capture a disembodied whistle, it's going to be from one of those 4 devices. However, on the red spirit boxes, I cannot tell you how many times I have caught the whistling part of the song and the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Doctor, get it all the time. And again, when I'm listening and spot checking these devices from Sarah's recording, it's minute 1, minute 5, minute 10, 15, 20, you're getting the point. I'm not looking for anything. Whatever falls in that 1 minute, that's it. I move on. And that's the kind of thing that goes on here. So let's click to see if we'll sorry about this. Alright, so here's the thing. You guys are going to try and look for those whistles. Let's gather around on this part. So you guys are going to go look for the whistles on your own with your voice recorders from your phones and walk all the way through here. I can't take you all the way through. I've actually been kicked out of here. You guys remember this part of the story? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tell you about that. But if you're going to do it, turn on your voice recorders. Just remember, every local knows this story. So anybody walking up and down Cumberland or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down this alley. So again, just remember that part of it. But here's how I got booted out. This alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. There used to be a wall up there. The reason why is this used to be called Cow Alley before it was called Dueler's Alley. The reason why? This is where they kept the livestock, the city of Charleston. Cows, goats, and chickens are down here. That means that the bricks down on the other side, what do you have?
I got the word farm.
I see where you're going. I like it. I would be more like cow,
Yeah.
which is the one we normally get here.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I got noise.
Oh, okay.
Could be a
A
whistling
vocal
noise. Yep.
Farm noise.
Farm noise.
Anyway, so.
The bricks on the other side, down by Queen Street, are older than the bricks you're standing on. Those are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there, fingerprint swipes and others. I used to take my groups all the way through. For a history lesson, nothing paranormal. Again, I've already told you how I feel about going to cemeteries and graveyards. That's the last place you're going to find that child that made that handprint. He's not staring at that thing in the afterlife. So I took my group down there on November 26th of 2020 for their history lesson. They're all huddled around that brick, just like we are right now, same size group, waiting for something to happen with all the gear I handed out. I know nothing's going to happen. I'm trying to shoo them along. Let's go. Because we're also standing outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of this alley. Yeah, I'm just trying to be respectful. I didn't realize we were out of bounds for tours. I was still new at this. The new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical because her father was getting yelled at. You guys get the point. She was on the tour that night. We moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving because I used to work in upper management for Walmart, and you guys like to fight over towels on Thanksgiving, and you've scarred me for life. I will never work another Thanksgiving in my life. I know. You've never seen Black Friday at a Walmart, trust me, the way I have. Trust me, I got footage. Anyway, moving on. The next day was the 28th. I got a hold of my partner that brought me into tourism, and I asked him what happened so I could figure out what to do. He laughed at me just like my daughter did when I told him what happened. He's like, you're only allowed to go down halfway, dude. Otherwise, it's residential. You got to reroute your group. Well, that was a problem because I didn't have stories going this way. So I told my tour that night, because I'm sold out again for Black Friday, I don't believe in the next story because I don't get into pirates. I'm into vampires. And I've never had anything happen over there. Now, we are going to be skipping the pirate story tonight because I've been kicked out of that spot a few weeks ago as well. So we're going to talk about that once we get around the corner. We're going to be doing another piece because of the anniversary of the graveyard behind me. However, I told my group I didn't believe in the story, but I didn't tell them which pirate we're going to be investigating, and somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. They had no idea that we were going to be discussing Anne Bonny, the famous female pirate. So it's kind of like, okay. I took them around the corner, told them what I knew about pirates, which wasn't much. Somebody else with a spirit box heard the number 300. I don't know what it means. I write it down. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. We were there on the exact 300th anniversary of her piracy. I was actually quite pissed off. Let me explain. Pirate stories come from pirate lore. Pirate lore comes from, it was written 100 years after the Golden Age of piracy, the days of Blackbeard and Anne Bonny. That's a problem for the guy with the master's degree in creative writing that always needs facts and data to be able to do what he's writing, right? Especially when I'm doing paranormal investigations. I've read more books on pirates, documentaries, played video games, you name it. If it deals with pirates, I'm watching Black Sails again for the 3rd time, just because I love it now. So again, I did a crap ton of research on pirates, but the lot where we were investigating for Anne Bonny is kind of off limits right now. So they kind of kicked a bunch of us tours out there, and remember, I spread you guys out. So what we're going to be doing at the next location, there is an apparition that is said to be caught this very week. So we're going to be using Jennifer's camera and I'll kind of go over that story when we get her up and around the corner. And I'll have to explain our last 2 stops after that because it'll be completely different. So the gate behind me, because I've seen some of you kind of poking around behind me. So the gate behind me, I want you to kind of put a few things in perspective. This also brags about how much research I do on these locations. I told you there was a wall up there. So that means if there's a duel down here, this was a shortcut to get to the cemetery that we're about to go stare at on the other side of this wall. Otherwise, they got to drag their dead body, if there's a loser, all the way down to Queen Street and then double back with that dead body. So again, the wrought iron was probably put here in the early 1900s, but you can see as you pass by it that the original archway is part of the original wall. I walked through here a few weeks ago. I had to walk somebody back to their Airbnb because I had a solo guest. So I walked them all the way back, and I cut through Philadelphia Alley to get back to my office. And I was like, let me look to see if there was any gunshot wounds, like holes in the side. I actually found a few just by moving some of the brush around. So you can see, like, they go in a side. You know, there's not a direct hole. It's off to the side. Because a lot of times they just shoot their gun off to the side. So very interesting. And actually, I want to say it was Andrew Jackson was said to have a duel down here. I just don't have any proof of that. So a very interesting place, not to mention it is probably the most beautiful place in all of Charleston, one of my favorites. If you love taking photographs day or night, this is the place to be because it's perfectly lit all the time. So let's get out of this very warm alley. Did we hear or see anything before we go?
You can just read through this. This is like what I've got the whole time I'm here.
I do like church. I'm going to write down 65. Like,
I have
don't know
62 and 51.
Numbers usually click somewhere. I just don't always know how. Jeff, you got anything going on with yours?
Glive, G-L-I-V-E.
I'm just gonna look at that as live, like live.
Live.
Oh.
Oh, well, but it goes on.
Yeah, I
If
know.
you-
I see what you mean.
I got slide and movement. Or side and movement.
But no RI out of that, Jeff?
No.
Okay.
No, because it was funny because I was writing down church and then you said about
Oh, you wanna
Church
switch?
Street right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
So I was like, dude, no.
I didn't catch anything on SLS.
All right. So when we get up in, like, you can, as soon as we start walking, now that there's no other tour, you'll be able to unmute, left line, listen in. And then there is a spot up there that somebody actually caught at 9, which was kind of out of the norm with his device. So I'll kind of show him where that's at to see if we can even. Now, here is the sign. So you might want to point your camera at the sign first so everybody can see it. And then for those of you with cameras, let's get you guys up nice and close. I'm going to point out where the headstone is that you guys just saw. So does everybody see the cross headstone like back into the right a little bit? Your headstone from Sue is going to be one further row back from that, just to the left. So it kind of gives you an idea of where to point your cameras. Sarah, I'll let you get a little bit in there.
Can't see it from here though.
That thing unmuted. I love it.
How's it going, Connor? Why can't I
Connor,
tell? I
over
can't
here by
tell,
this
can I?
gate, we had a 9 about a week ago, and I haven't been able to recreate it again. Let me know if you get any numbers if you hang out over here. If anybody wants to take pictures, by the way, this is your night, guys. So take pictures. I don't care. I know I'm giving you a crap ton of footage back, but almost, I heard like that just sound. My first thought was largely the other side. Which sucks because we are getting pirate stuff from what I know over there.
She said this is a good one for it, so I want to make sure.
So we are talking over there. I discussed pirates, and one of the pirates we discussed created a flag for the Jolly Roger. So it just sucks because that story is so good, and I did so much research on it, and now I have to give it up because they don't want anybody in that story.
We
Which is
got
so
a lot
weird.
of activity on that last
There's usually a lot that comes out of there because I let you guys really explore, and most people have been trained for at least 2 locations at that point to be able to recognize more things. I'm gonna give you a job later, Sarah. That's perfect. The reason why is because the more you move that thing around, the more it's gonna pick up on like the trees and things. So if you find a spot where it doesn't pick up on the trees, and then you do get something going across. Oh, by the way, does everybody see the light to the left? You can't miss it. Reason why that's there is the church put it there so we don't try to put our regular cameras in here to try to, that way it'll give you a light flare. So that way you're not trying to recreate what happened. Pointed directly at you. But notice that my cameras don't actually see that light flare, do they?
The tree, yeah.
Don't call this woman Susan. I've done it in the past, but I used to tell the
Here,
story and I
I
didn't like
swear.
the whole story, like get telling stories out here. It's always right.
Just hold it still.
Where the name Sue will show up somewhere every single
The
time.
one next to the palm one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Now go back behind that palm and center it right there. That's the hall.
Get me something, Sue. Say something.
I bet you it's like 7. Hey, did mom put you on double duty? You can't hear me.
I know, I was looking. I just asked her. Like the photo.
Oh yeah, little fish go.
Wagging her tail.
Maddie wanted to use the things.
I thought she like gave up and put her on
I
double
didn't know
duty.
she wanted to try it. So.
Oh, I get it.
But she's
Stop
so
moving in the
sweet and
background.
soft.
Of course, as soon as I say something, you get a voice in your head.
You see if I got anything? That's all I know.
We have a Sarah here.
And a Michael.
Here.
Father?
Father.
Are we pregnant? Oh my god.
Well, We're next to
Oh my
church.
God, I would be so excited
We're
to
next
go
to
this
a
way.
church, father, pastor. That's how I'm looking at that, not as who's becoming
okay.
a father.
Well,
A bunch of God music too.
Michael's father was
Oh,
a
really?
Catholic priest.
True.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
We do get a lot of like religious terms over here. It's just common. We get it all the time.
Yeah, I got 0, 0.
Okay.
Yes. Probably not Yes.
It's just weird.
I know.
I like weird.
Okay. I see
No, we can actually call it
You
routes.
see anything?
So Jeff, you got anything going on with your device?
I thought
over
I
there?
saw something over here, but it wasn't like a.
K-I-S-T-E.
It looked like a body.
KIS.
K-I-S-T.
Give me the 111.
Stick.
Yeah, can. That's a short up. Before, because I list.
Have you seen anything else?
Mm-mm.
Spots.
I have them.
Yes. Not here though. It's across the street. Mary Reed, pirate, went by Mark Reed. It's become a pirate. So we're getting other pirate.
Missile.
All right, let's go ahead and hit stop on those cameras. Looks like Sarah's already done that. You're good.
Sorry, I just felt something.
You all right?
Yeah. I thought Trent touched me.
Nope. There's nobody near you.
Okay.
You. Okay. Henry,
Okay.
if you're here, we'll just say it's 11.
Things that he.
Henry,
Strong.
we're looking for you to tell us something about your occupation, please. What did you do for a living?
Godspeed.
Henry, I got a larger group tonight. Can you tell us what you did for a living? You told us last night.
Hammer and nails.
That would have been interesting if he was a carpenter. Wow, that would have been very descriptive.
Over the last couple of days.
I think just said assume,
Like-
comply, and smell.
Henry, your job. What did you do for your occupation? If somebody else is here, just give us your first name so I can identify you. Sorry if I'm in anybody's view.
Mean.
Connor, just when you see a picture, just let us know.
Okay.
Okay.
Frozen.
Henry, we're also using the blue box. You can give us images.
Were made.
Coming home.
Henry,
Mrs.
do you want to talk about your wife? Do you want to talk about your wife? Give us her first name if you do.
Christian.
50.
Lonely.
Was your wife lonely after your death? Did she remarry? The answer to that is yes. Just so you guys know.
Don't know Joe.
Don't know Joe?
Jim, I thought we talked to.
Sounded like Joe.
Oh.
Henry, did Dr. Ladd come here with you tonight? Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd?
Charity.
Dr. Ladd, if you're here, you gotta
Code.
give us your code word, please, so we can identify you. But Henry, back to you.
Everything.
You said the word lonely, and we have the
I
word
want.
Mrs.
I got follow.
Dr. Ladd followed
Company.
us here.
Phone.
Dr. Ladd,
Moonlight.
let's move over to you, sir. You have a face?
I don't know. Just think about it.
Nope.
Like, it's supposed to be a clear kind of thing.
Nope.
Trying to
Two.
It's for you to decipher what it looks like.
Fire.
See a face.
Rich.
I know.
Dr. Ladd, what was the name of your fiance? Let's test you a little bit.
Animals. Time.
What we got?
It's yours.
Okay, Dr. Ladd, you're not able to
Summer.
answer us right away. That's okay. I'm going to go back
Jesus.
to Henry. But if you want to give us or find her name in those frequencies,
I was
we'll
over
take
it.
it.
Traveler.
Mariah.
Henry, got the word Mrs. and the word lonely.
Over.
Can you tell us your wife's name? maybe the year that she.
This is an issue.
Okay, we will not talk about your wife. Yep, he's very.
Murder. You're mine.
Anyway, curiosity. Are you happy that I come
Geography.
to try to talk to you every single night? Or are you kind of annoyed?
Deep. In an hour. Shotgun.
Not.
Some people like
Hear me.
another man's face.
Well, actually, this is the real.
Morning.
It looks like the gunshot.
Believe me.
With gunshot on.
Wounded man.
Is there blood in the picture?
Yeah, they have bandits.
Baseball.
Dr. Ladd, where's this person shot?
They have white clothes.
They have white clothes.
Sharing.
Can you see where the person was shot?
Kids.
I think
In the head.
cheek.
So somewhere along from the neck up,
Yeah.
not in the kneecap.
Sherry's not a name, right?
You.
Blast.
Wow. Lots of things with Dr. Ladd right now.
Jeff got Neil.
Neil Cow.
Like the name Neil? N-E-I-L-E.
Never
Be
looked.
truthful.
Neil would be N-E-I-L.
Or
Ride. Slow.
Dr. Ladd, let's get back to you, sir.
Beyond.
We got a lot of things
You
moving
and
around
me.
right now.
You think.
It wasn't me?
I'm assuming.
She-
I am.
Oh.
What are you looking for?
It was K-N-E while you guys were talking.
U.S.
Look down at her right leg.
He had a bloody picture.
Look down at her right leg and see if there's anything down there.
Inside out.
Okay. Whoever's here, just tell me what sound we heard out of the church. Let's get some verification that anybody's here.
I like
What sound did we just hear?
roses.
Less static.
The house where
Looks like
Dr.
something
Ladd
keeps
lived,
going.
right around the
Touching
corner,
her
is
Bad
called
news.
the Thomas Rose House. We got Dr. Ladd here with us. Henry, you can just step backwards because you're not giving us much tonight
Hang on.
anyway. That would be great. Dr. Ladd, I'm going to ask you again, what did we just hear out of the church?
Anyone can really.
Dr. Ladd, what sound did we just hear?
9. Joe.
Joe again. Two different people. I know Joe Biden is in the news right
Change
now.
this.
They haven't heard Joe all night long.
Change this. He just said change this.
Dr. Ladd,
Bridge.
would you rather
Original.
talk about something else that you'd love to do while you were here in Charleston?
Hold on.
Desert.
You have a desert?
Lights. Very
We make me. Cameras.
No purchase.
still.
Call.
Dr. Ladd, did you like to write poetry while you were here?
Jesus.
I need love.
He wrote about his love of Amanda while he was here. Most of the portion of poetry was about
Of Carolinas.
and some speeches for the Carolina politicians. He wrote some of those too.
Let it go.
Bunch of lines.
Clean water.
Dr. Ladd, we only have a few minutes left. It was still like a direct
Gives
answer.
the best advice.
Tell us what sound we heard out of the
72.
church. Dr. Ladd, I'm asking something specific. The name of your fiance or
For life.
the sound we heard out of the church. We need verification. You also have a code
God.
word.
Light.
Dead.
Baby.
What? Woman. And
Woman.
it's like a man.
99. 1,000.
It's like a chair.
We're married.
Dead woman in a chair.
Looking.
Off the chair.
$1,000.
Nothing's happening underneath
Like
her.
a man. Leg.
Afraid.
Any numbers? Nothing.
Yeah, it looks like a bed.
Wasting
there's
time.
a lot of weird things going on here. It's the
I
same
got
principle I had last night. Like I thought it was either
Forget.
Mary coming through, Dr.
Fruits and
Ladd, or
veggies.
Henry. Like
Well,
I
it
couldn't
said
tell.
bridge,
Cash.
Yeah.
so that was
But
one.
he also has a dead woman on the ground right now. So now I'm
We
like,
fell
who the
in
hell's here
love.
now?
I got steel.
Jesus.
An increase.
Difference.
You got anything weird going on with yours?
And the man of the house.
Whoever's here, we're going to be
The
wrapping
Eagles.
this up. Can you tell us good night? We can't really get verification.
Take.
Good luck.
Nobody's really given
Something
us
just went on
full
your
verification
meter.
of who's here.
He's lost.
I do like the notion that Dr. Ladd followed us over here.
90.
90.
90.
You want to switch me to devices?
Anybody
Lord.
want to say good night back to us? We're okay with that?
Would you like to?
Good night.
The camera's off.
You could tell us to go home. We'll oblige.
Today.
I'm breathing air.
Wow.
We know.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
She heard it.
Discovered. Motivated.
$17,000.
Me.
Dr.
Less
Ladd or
than a
Henry?
week.
We're going to call it
Maria.
quits. Can you give us one more image?
Out of control. What do you think?
I think you all were kind of messing with me tonight. That's what I think. All right, going
The
once,
audio.
going twice.
Why can't you copy?
All right, family members, let's tap them up.
Resolutions.
Why have I been?
Yeah, they're not giving us much. Connor, go ahead and peel that off your face.
Jesus.
Said
Christ.
lightly, Mom.
I did lightly, but no, I was way too.
All right, nobody get up. So you do not have the recordable one. You do. So you have a button next to your volume.